Hey, how's it going? I am making a tray for the thicker markers. Okay, so this is the Prismacolor Premier primary color set, and when this video comes out, this video here, how to make the tray, this swatching video will already be on my channel. I haven't done that swatching video yet, but the recent Sunday posting is up already. You know, I can't explain it. And this has to come, the swatching has to come before this one. It's just how things are. But you know, I kind of do things a little bit backwards, and that's okay. That's okay. It still works out fine. Okay, so what I was doing was I have a bunch of these, and I'm sure you know. Oh yeah, you know. If you watch my videos, go back and watch all of my videos. No. Where I'm messing around with corrugated cardboard. Oh, the craft supplies organizer. One of those parts shows, I show a box of rolled up corrugated cardboard. Well, this one was already, it was not rolled up, much easier to flatten because it was already flat. What I wanted to do was, this one I measured, and I wanted this to be sticking out if I was going to swatch, say, these, or keep them around if I'm using, these are the tri-blend markers, alcohol ink markers by Spectro Noir, and I thought I don't want it to be taller. I want the pens to stick out a little. that's the wording I want to use. And so about about a quarter of an inch, I think, sticks out. Maybe a quarter, like that. A quarter of an inch. That's roughly a quarter of an inch. Roughly. I didn't do any kind of expert measuring. And these are not as long. These are the longest alcohol ink markers, or maybe even the longest markers that I have, and possibly the thickest ones that I have. I can't remember having anything thicker than that. Maybe the Arteza alcohol ink markers, they might... maybe. So these are smaller, as you can see. And, oh yeah, that'll work. And like, now she measures after doing all of this. So I was kind of busy today, and I thought, hey, let me go on camera and talk about this a little bit, and then also do the rest of these. So I have, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to do, I think. So what I need is, I might need this, which is a reverse tweezers. This is by EK Tools, and I bought this one a while back, and the same time I ordered this one, I ordered like a little 3-pack of non-brand name. Oh, I think there is a brand name, I just can't remember, but it was like a 3-pack, and they're not as good as this one is. This one is much, the tension is better, I think, but it's kind of hit or miss to get the little jobbies off of here, and I have to think differently. These aren't like, I can't do it. These aren't like normal tweezers. It's Angela's fault that I have this, because she has a pair of these, and I'm like, hey, what are those? I want one of those. Yeah, there's a learning curve here if you've never used these, but you squeeze them to open them instead of the other way around, which is how normal tweezers are. This is a semi-normal pair of tweezers that I have to squeeze to tighten or to pinch, and these are like they're opposite. So I thought that was interesting. I'm also restarting my computer because today is update day for me, not for anybody else, mind you. Only for me. So it doesn't... I think because the paper is so thin here, this is very thin paper. This is the residue from the sheet that was on top of here. I don't know why I'm removing it. Maybe it's just bugging me. Okay, so this is what I do. What I do is I had to tape these down because they're coming apart, you know. This is the first one I did. As you can see, way too much tape. But what I do is I take this little knife and I run it down lightly, not that lightly, on both sides of this one, right, like that. And then I remove this part. So this, I'm hoping, is going to help me pick up the piece. And when I first started it over here, what I did with this one, you can probably see, you see there's that, see that line there? Kind of, you can see it's much different than all these other ones. Well, what I did was, I opened up this one right here. I ran the knife, or a pair of scissors actually, and I cut that open. And then I put the cuts in. And then I pulled it apart. But it was very, very jagged because I used this pair of scissors. Alright, my computer's at 94%. There, right? And this just does little increments, you know, and I was thinking, man, if I only had a pair of angle scissors that were this narrow but really long. I need a really long one. That's what I need. Okay. Get to it. Let's get to it. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in too so you can see the action. And then hope I remember that I'm zoomed in. Gonna get this stuff out of the way and remember that I'm zoomed in. You know, I don't think I have these in order. Oh dear. And keep an eye on my computer because when I install updates, I log everything into my PC issues book. And so this is, that's that. This marker out of the way as well. Those tweezers, these are kind of I bought these for computer work, but they are really bad. I've already had to tape them and put like a little jobby in there to keep them apart. I hacked that one. Okay, and then once I get this open, then I'm gonna tape this part down. So I brought my masking tape. Brought that along. Oh yeah, hello. Okay, so that's gonna be a little bit difficult. I might have to move my thing up and be mindful of doing that. Oh yeah. Now that might be too close to this ridge here and not close enough to this ridge, but we'll see. Okay, that's gonna drive me crazy. I need to come out a little bit more. Okay, that'll work. Where was I? I did this one. Don't lose your place. I don't know if I did that enough. Oh, I do want to tell you that what I did with this is I glued it to another piece of cardboard so it's a little thicker. And oh, I'm just checking for any kind of cuts. I don't see any, thank goodness. So I didn't go down that far then apparently, but I don't think I went deep enough on this one. Oh, that's right. I don't have to. I don't have to move it now. And this one, I'm gonna have a look here because I can't tell. Oh. See how close it is to that edge there, to this edge. Oh, I lost it. I lost it. Oh yeah, that is very close to that edge. Now see, you can also tear. Oh yeah, that's good when it does that. I'm very happy it does that. It doesn't always do that, by the way. I got all kinds of little pieces, tiny pieces. Oh, that worked out great. I thought that was gonna be, ow, cardboard cut. I thought that was going to be, did I get cardboard cut? Oh, I did. Wow. It does have a thing here, a little, that'll drive me crazy. Try not to, I'm gonna have to put a band-aid on my finger now. Gosh. I don't want to show you blood. That could be a trigger for some people. Okay, let's see. It's not bleeding, thank goodness. Oh, I can really see it there. That's what I get for running my finger along that part. Because that is the thicker paper. So it's a little bit stiffer. Okay, let's see if I can get it from here. That's gonna smart later. Smart finger. I really did not expect that. Look at that! Awesome! I really did not expect that to work so well. Okay, so it's not, I can't get a paper cut that way. I can this way though, but oh yeah. An injury during crafting, who knew? I mean, after handling this thing, I'm surprised that I'm not all cut up and everything. And earlier today, Blue clawed my foot because I walked by him. Cats are weird. Okay, oh, here I have this. What I'm just doing is cutting little strips here and then cutting those in half. So this is half of that. And then I put it here and down. And what I want to do here also is I want to paint it. So now that I showed you that, I'm going to try and maybe fast forward. Oh, I need my scissors. No problem. And I know you want to see it. I'm kind of out of range there trying to cut. I just need one more here. Now I did try it with just one strip, right, without cutting it, and to see how that worked. And I think I did it over here or something, and it's okay, but it's it was too much for me. You know, I was thinking, oh, I think I like it better with just these half pieces here. You know, you just know when you're doing something what works and what doesn't. You try, maybe I was trying a shortcut here or something. No, just go with the shorter pieces instead of a shortcut. Sometimes a shortcut is the longest way around. Right? Back to work. Okay, and then we read this one, leave that one alone. All right. I also plan to paint this, and I'm going to use Deco. You know what? I think this is brand new. Well, not brand new, but unopened. Okay, zinc. So it's like a dark gray or a grayish color, but it's metallic by DecoArt. So that's why I'm thinking about painting it with this, and maybe also mixing it with the plaid. It's either FolkArt licorice or apple barrel licorice. I'm thinking it's FolkArt. Maybe it's DecoArt. Who knows? Does DecoArt make regular matte acrylic paints? Because the licorice is a matte. It will dry like a dull finish. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. Maybe I could just do this. Oh, there we go. Maybe I can just lift it up a little bit. Okay, now this is what I usually encounter. My black screen on my computer. That always scares me when I see that. Let's go, Microsoft. Turn my computer back on. Get me to the desktop screen. Okay, that one. Oh yeah, that's a much better job. So I can show you kind of up close and personal here. Now, are these little hairy things bothering you like they are me? I can't get it. I can't get it. Get a grip. Okay, then there. Maybe if I just lift them up. Maybe I can't see. I can't see what I'm doing. Now you can't see what I'm doing. Move that over. I'm gonna try and get this one off here before I continue. Okay, now I have to do that one. So, where's my other, wait. Wait. I have more control when I do it like that. The roll's not going all over the place. That's what I do with the duct tape too. I think that's a trick I learned from Karen Kravitz? What's her name? Her first name's Karen. She used to do, I think she was sponsored by the duct tape people. And so she used to do a lot of duct tape hacks and things like that. And I think she said if you turn it upside down, if you turn the duct tape upside down, you stand a better chance of cutting it more cleanly, and it doesn't really stick to the blade as much. It doesn't really matter if you do that with the masking tape. Not a problem. Okay, I'll fast forward so you wait. Yeah, just grab it. Just grab it. That's so annoying. Oh, so, the updates are doing the same thing that they did last month when I updated. Where I think it said 94% done there, and I was like, oh, I'm almost done. I should know better. I really should. Because now it says, updates are underway. Please do not turn off your computer. Please keep your computer on. That's what it says. Before you get technical on me, I know it doesn't say it. It reads it. The text reads. The text doesn't read. Okay. Moving right along. Fast forward it. I'm gonna go get a band-aid for my finger because I keep rubbing it on the cardboard, even though it's not a sharp surface I'm rubbing it on, and I'll be right back. Okay, I put my Nexus Care, I think it's called Nexus Care, Max Hold Band-Aid on. It will never come off. Well, we'll see about that because this is on the tip of the finger. And earlier I had, you know, I don't know if you saw the video where I had this band-aid over here. That stayed on for a while until I took it off. This little cut, man, I washed my finger and I use the soft soap, unscented soft soap, I guess it is. And I add 3 essential oils to it. I add lavender, Helichrysum bracteatum, and manuka. And the manuka, and also I put a little bit of manuka and coconut oil on here. Manuka aids in healing. So that's a note. It smells horrible. It smells like wet hay, but it does the job. Okay, so let's see if I can, and I'm sure you saw this part in Fast Forward where I was doing this, and this, I ended up like almost taking this off. I'm like, wait. You didn't hear that part, but I was like, uh-oh, that's the wrong part. I want to take the other one off. Oh, now I have a disability here with this Band-Aid. That's okay, I can still do it. Okay, back to fast forwarding. Okay, so tape the last sections here. Some of those gave me some problems. I don't know if you noticed or not, especially that last one. I'm gonna do that. What do I need? 1, 2, 3. Oh. 1, 2, 3. I might need another section. Oh, I hope I don't need another section. Maybe I'll do a full sheet for the edge there. So I didn't go too far over this way or far enough over on this side for that piece. And I'll do this one with this and then just bring it around. And I'll do, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Oh, I really don't know. I only think I know what I'm doing. Sorry about that. The scissors got stuck, or the knife got stuck on the scissors. I think I'll close that blade because I don't know if you noticed, but I did poke my finger. I'm thinking, man, I'm not good with sharp objects today. I poked my finger with that blade. This blade is sharp. Okay, so I know that's what the back looks like. Because you want me to come out all the way. Oh, way too far out there. Okay, so just a little bit there. And this, not too loud. It doesn't screech like plastic does. So I was, after the bandaging of the finger, Microsoft had just finished, like it was just getting ready. It went past login and it was setting up the desktop screen. So I thought, let me wait for that because I do record how long it takes to restart the PC, especially after updates. And this one didn't take very long. It took a little over 30 minutes, I think, to install the update, so that's pretty good. Last month I installed a much longer update. It took an hour and 24 minutes. I don't know, why do I remember that? Because I looked at the book to see how long. I remember it taking a long time. How long did it take? So I went back to look. So I record that. Like I started it at 8:26 to restart the computer, and it finished at 9 something, a little after 9. And I thought, oh, that's not bad at all. Okay, so the next step here is to stop rambling. I'm sorry, that's what I do. Paint it. I wish I could just like... I was thinking about using the... I wanted to see... I can't get it. I can't get it out there. Okay, this has... Oh, it does have the color name. Awesome. And then in French. It's a dual marker. Oh, no. Okay, wow. Look at that sucker. Wow, that is a chisel tip. That's wide. What is that, 1/4 of an inch? It's like 1/4 of an inch. I wanted to see, I'm just going to see. I probably shouldn't cover this whole thing with this black marker. But I was thinking about covering this whole thing with the black marker. I know you want to see what the other side looks like. It's probably a fine tip. Oh yeah, like a very fine... Is that a soft tip? Nope, not a soft. Not a brush tip. Good for nooks and crannies. So the reason that I wanted to try and just put this black down and then maybe put the acrylic ink down, I mean the acrylic paint down, is this. I'm afraid that if I put this down, I'm gonna have to add 2 coats, and I don't want to add 2 coats to that because that'll really use up that bottle. That paint doesn't go far, I've noticed, for my projects anyway. My projects are big. Look at this thing. Now this holds 21. There's another. I gotta get that one. I gotta cut that off. 21 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, I'm sorry. 22. Ooh, 22. How did I miscount that? How? And though, you know, it's not 24, and I didn't have one with... I didn't have a longer one that I mean, I found this over there with my stash of other corrugated cardboard stuff. And I thought, oh, okay, I want to try this one. And I want to cut it down a little bit because it's a bit too wide. Not wide this way, but maybe too high. So that maybe I can just do like a rough coat here, not try and concentrate on getting every nook and cranny covered, and then put the paint on it. I have a feeling that's going to be not the same night that I'm doing this. As long as I have this marker, you know. Am I going to have enough of this marker left? I'll be using another alcohol ink marker. I have plenty. I like that wide chisel. I've had these markers for a couple of months, and this is the first time I'm using them. That's horrible, I know. I know, that's just bad. This looks very sloppy. But it's mostly has to do with work, because this is the fall semester, and I'm super busy this semester. That was weird. I'm imagining things now. Now the tape, you can see the tape through the marker here. I guess if it colors as paint. Alcohol ink paint. We'll call it that. So yes, you can see the, oh yeah, big time. And I thought the same thing, that maybe adding the acrylic paint over this, that would show as well. But now I don't think it's going to show as much, because I'm doing the, you know, putting the marker on first, or the marker color first. Let's try and fast forward through this, because this will take me a long time. And I don't want it to take you a long time to view it. I'll be back. Okay, I decided to go off camera and finish coloring this because looking at my hand. Wow, so distracted. It is several hours later, and it's the next day, actually. I think it's raining. And I was going to, you know, fast forward through this, you know. And then I realized, man, this is taking a long time, even in fast forward mode. And I'm just going to go off camera and finish it. You know, I mean, I showed 4, I think it was these 4. This was turned around, I think. And I did at least the beginning of the board, right? I guess we're going to call it a tray, because it's technically a tray. There's no lip coming up here, you know, or anything like that. And that's to accommodate the Spectrum Noir ones, and I wanted those to stick out. I don't know why. Maybe easier to pick it up or something. Another thought that occurred to me is that I might add an additional board back here later, maybe, to make it a little higher up, maybe. But, I mean, right now, it's going to serve its purpose, because what I want to do is I want to put these markers on. There are 12 in the box. I have 2 of these boxes. One is primary, called Primary, and the other one's called Brights. They will be 2 separate swatching videos. And so 12 at a time, these will actually fit, and they won't get in the way of each other, which means I can put them one after the other. What do we have? This is the brown. See, so they would sit right next to each other, and they wouldn't be, I don't know, what's the word? Pushing each other off, I guess, or something. I don't know. Purple. Blue. Also, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to paint this. I am not going to leave it this color, because this, to me, looks horrible. I think it's mostly because of the masking tape. And one thought that occurred to me was, I'm going to zoom in and show you this little thought that I had, or talk about it anyway, is that if I use these alcohol ink markers, well, these in particular that I know of, the black, for example, on, let me put these back in a shoddy way. If I use this black on masking tape, it kind of gives it a distressed look, and it's kind of shiny too. So it's not exactly shiny here, although it does kind of look shiny here a little bit, but it's way shiny here. And I'm thinking, oh, you know what? That is actually could be a good thing, because it, like I said, it gives kind of an antique-y, distressed look to it. So this might be good for if you do art journals or junk journals or something like that. You could take advantage of that and just put down a strip of masking tape and then color it in with the black Prismacolor marker. I'm not sure how it would look with the other Prismacolor, the other colors. The brown might have that effect as well. Something to experiment with later, said the crafty cat lady. So I'm gonna paint this now. Okay, I'm gonna put the paint in here, and I will, you know, I'll paint a few of these, and if it's gonna go a long time, or I think it's gonna go a long time, I'm just going to turn off the camera and come back in and show you the finished product, because, you know, like I said, even, oh, this is not even, wait, I don't have to open it. I don't have to take the little wrapper off of the lid. I will just go off camera. Ooh, look at that. That is much lighter than I want it to be. So now I'm thinking, I wonder if I can add, since we already have the metallic-y part of this, I wonder if I can add the black paint. Let me see, I'm going to do a dry brush. I'm trying to show it without too much lighting, because maybe it's too light or something. I am thinking that I want it to be darker, and I was thinking that zinc, that's what I get for looking at the label. Yeah, that looks like silver, right? Okay, I will then grab the black, which is not so readily available right now. Grab the black, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have, this is FolkArt, Plaid FolkArt, and DecoArt I think is by a different company. Yes. And Plaid is a different company. It's called Licorice. This color is oh yeah, I just shook this. Of course, it is a little old. I shook it on the way over here to the chair. Okay, let me see if I can do a little bit of mixing. Oh, yeah. Also, I'm hoping it'll give that shine. The DecoArt is metallic. Oh, I see I need to put something down. I don't want to paint my mat. Will the masking tape... Ooh. My question... Tricky business there. Will the masking tape image come through? I think what will come through is that it's just an itty bitty little layer above this layer, right? So that might show like the outline of that layer. This piece of cardboard here, see how it has creases in it? There are more on the other side. I use it to wrap around my laptop mount when I'm eating supper. So I eat supper over here by the computer. I don't have a dining table. I used to have a dining table, but I don't have it anymore. And the cats have a dining table. It's my old drawing table. And I keep their dry food on it. And then Coconut's bowl when I feed her canned food. Blue has his own dining table. Oh, you know, that's a little bit sticky there. You probably are surprised by that. Blue has his own table. It's on the floor. It's just this little thing that's maybe 4 inches high. And it's meant for, I think, a monitor stand. It's just this little plastic. It's maybe this wide from my hand over, and about this, or this long by this wide, and about 4 inches high. And it has adjustable legs, or you can add feet to it and build it up, make it higher. So I think the feet are maybe 2 inches high. I think there are 1 or 2, maybe it's a little more than 4 inches high, 1 or 2 feet attached to it. Well, 4 feet technically, technically, because it's a table with 4 legs. And I think I had to snap on two 2-inch high feet to it. Man, that's a mess to say. When were you gonna fast forward through this? Okay, we'll fast forward. I don't think it's gonna take that long, so. Or you could just listen to me ramble. When's the last time you heard me ramble? In this same video, even. That's when. Fast forward. So now since I gave it one coat, I just want to go over it lightly. Now, you know, I said that last time. I'm sorry, last night when I was taking the marker over it, I said, I just want to go over it lightly, and I ended up making it very opaque because that's what my mind thinks. That's how I think. I think make it as opaque as possible. That's what gets me in trouble with working with watercolors. I always want it to be as opaque as possible. None of that light stuff for me. Go big or go home. Or for me, it's go opaque or go home. And again, I'm catching myself. I'm also using up the paint that's in there, so that's what I want to do as well. And I thought, okay, a once over look here. And I don't know if you saw me press down on one of these, but these are loose where they're not taped down. And these are, it's the paint over here, which is where I started, is a little bit damp, I should say. It's not totally dry, so this isn't drying as fast as other acrylic paints I've worked with. Which is in there? Oh, we are almost at the bottom. I don't think I can get... No, I gotta get through all the way. Also, the sponge... and another thing I keep forgetting is that the sponge holds a lot of color, a lot of paint. And I remember that when I was painting... probably the corrugated cardboard for the prototype. Oh no, I think the slats, the dividers. When I was painting the dividers, I remember that I had a lot, especially when I did this on the cardboard. Of course, that was slightly coated with whatever the cardboard manufacturer used. There's some kind of, see, this has some kind of coating. It's not very, it feels very rough, so it doesn't feel like there's any coating at all, but there really is a kind of coating on there, and that's for protection, I'm thinking, because things are shipped in boxes. Okay, let's see if I can turn this around without getting too messed up. I should have put gloves on. That was there, so I'm kind of working here. Oh, and I can see some of the excess paint there on in the edges there. Awesome that this is done. Not awesome that there's paint in the on the edges. So when I was painting, putting on the first coat, wow, I did a pretty decent job of cleaning that out. When I was putting on the first coat, let me not get distracted since I tend to do that a lot, jump from one topic to the next. I noticed that in the lighting, this looks like kind of like vinyl or like a leather, a pleather look to it. That pseudo leather look to it. And I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. Especially is, I think it's maybe buckling. You can see that it's kind of loose here. All these little ripples that you're seeing. So maybe it won't be as ripply when it dries. I have no idea. How often do I paint cardboard with acrylic paint? Well, let's see. The craft supply organizers, because I did one for the camera and one to see if it was going to work, the prototype. So we have to let that dry, and I am not planning to Gonna put this in the water. Not planning to do a second, or rather a third coat. So I have to let that dry, and it's also buckling up a little bit. The whole thing is kind of looks like it's buckling. It's you know, it's going like it's going like that. I can't even tell you. You can kind of see it bowing a little bit. That's the word that Tammy can't think of. Bowing. Okay. And it did a good job of covering the masking tape. A very good job of that. Let me see. See, you can just see the outline of it. Maybe it has a little bit of a more of a design on there where the masking tape is. More so than in between the masking taped parts. This is up right here. Another reason to let it dry is to let these things, because this is just paper here. This is not plastic. It looks like it's plastic, but upon closer inspection you can see it's all kinds of wiggly there. Wiggly wriggly. So it has to dry, and I will be back. Okay, while this was drying, I cut another board, a cardboard, and I'm going to glue it. Oh, I'm gonna glue it down. I think I'm gonna use this side. This is the so-called spongy side, but I think it's just like a piece of some type of material, maybe a polyester or something like that. So this, all right, what's left? There's nothing left. The painting of this, adding the metallic to the black, metallic zinc to the FolkArt licorice color, which is black, created that shine, so I don't have to add Mod Podge to this to give it any kind of a gloss or the Mod Podge matte adds kind of a slight shine to anything that you coat it with. And I'm gonna try it out. I put the markers in the order I want them to be in. And then when I sign off, I'm just going to grab a piece of probably hot press paper or something and oh, wait. I have to do... Oh, no. Never mind. I have to do a swatching video. Like I said, that'll come out before this one, so go back and watch that one. And then I can bring these in and edit. Okay. So when I was sorting these, I noticed, how can I tell which side is chisel and which side is bullet or fine tip? The wide bands here indicate chisel, and the name side and the very thin coloring here indicates the fine tip. And I was just, because here I was looking, now how do I tell? And I opened it up this way. I was like, here's the name. Oh, okay, the name, that's where the fine tip is located. So then when I got to over here where I was sorting them, I realized, oh, hello, the wide band is the chisel tip side. To show, look, this is how wide it is. This is what I need Sharpie to do. I created a little hack on the Sharpie brush markers, and I'm going to show you that right now. It's not really is it really a hack? Instead of waiting for Sharpie to put a band there, I took a pieces of masking tape, and I colored the strips in. And then I also added a little line on the cap here of what the color is. So this is on plastic, what it looks like on a black surface plastic, right? The red one. And then, of course, the end here. So I did that with all of them, including the blacks, even though I didn't have to do the black for the cap part. But I decided to do it like that. So that was that one. Did I do that with the... I don't think I did anything with the bullet nib. I just left them that color because it shows the color at the end there. So I don't have to do anything with them. But yes to the Sharpie brush tips. Okay. So, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a creative day. Bye.